Hey guys.
What are we talking about? Why is your camera all the way over there?
Hi, welcome to the stream, or
Wyatt,
welcome to
she's even
the
showing her feet
podcast.
now.
Welcome to episode whatever the hell this is.
No.
I shouldn't
Oh,
swear
no,
in the
Gavin, you'll
first
be
minute.
interested. Two.
What?
Did the webcam go?
I don't. I had to turn on. Change that.
Wait, you have two?
I have 4.
4?
Yeah. So I have.
I don't even have one.
I have that one. I have the one that's over there. I have this one, which is the worst webcam I've ever used. It's a.
Can I use that?
Micro. You can. Yeah, sure. Do you have a extra micro USB?
No.
Okay. Well, I do probably somewhere. I have a couple.
Do you have any USB-C?
I don't know where
No,
it is, but I
this
have
is
a webcam.
no. This is USB micro. Look at it. It's USB micro. This is the worst webcam I've ever used. It is completely unmarked. But you want to know the cool thing is I can spin it like this. I can spin it around as many times as I want to, and it will not hit the end. So you can just helicopter this thing. It's so cool.
You think it'll break if we drop it off this balcony?
No, honestly, I don't.
New video idea.
So yeah, so if this stream or if this podcast gets 10 likes, we'll drop this off our balcony, which by the time this goes up, we will not be in this apartment anymore, most likely. So we'll drop this outside. Actually,
Maybe.
so yeah, so if
We'll drop it off the freeway.
if this podcast
night.
gets 10 likes on Questionable Quality's YouTube channel, so for those listening on Spotify, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and like, so you get notified of new uploads and
I'm good.
we're doing gaming videos too every once in a while. It's pretty cool. But anyway, welcome to season 2, Questionable Quality, whatever episode this is. I also have another. Here's the other webcam, Jack. It's like a shirt clip. It can clip onto the shirt, or like onto something. I don't know what this can clip onto, but it's a
I mean,
Logitech something.
It has a cable?
This is worse than the other one. It's like 15
But it has a cable.
frames a second. It is. It's USB. Do you want this right now? Do you want to come get it?
Absolutely.
All right, you can come get it. It's on my desk.
I'm getting more alcohol too, so I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Well, geez,
my
we
lord.
just started. You should have gotten alcohol before. I mean, to be. Oh no! I spilled it on my chair. No, that's so unfortunate. Now I have alcohol in my chair. Shoot.
Bro's chair has got a drink.
I know. I found 2 of them at work, and I was like, I have to take one of these, and like, it's just so bad. I'm using this microphone. Yeah, it's such a short cable, but it's interesting. It doesn't rotate. No. It's very like I don't know what you're supposed to do with it. I don't know what you're supposed to attach it to, but it's just kind of like there. I know you like attach it to your shirt, but if you attach it to your shirt, it like dips down, and you're just like looking at your crotch or your keyboard. So like I don't know what you're supposed to. Yeah, we need crotch cam on Twitch. Why is this not a meta? Why is crotch cam not a meta on Twitch? All right. Anyway, all right. Jack's gonna pee and then get some alcohol, and then he'll be back. But we're already balls deep into the podcast, so anybody got something to say?
I know.
Wyatt, this is Wyatt's first podcast. Give it up, everybody, for Wyatt's first podcast.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not? Oh, he did Family Feud with us, right?
I was gonna say.
This is his first, like, actual podcast.
That was a podcast?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
that was a podcast episode.
Did that go up yet?
I think
Was that
did
part
it?
of season 1?
Don't ask me.
Don't ask me. I don't know. Here, let me go
I think it
find
might.
out.
Well, I think it was.
If I look
I
up
know we're in the
50
middle of the podcast, but what's effective against ghost types again?
Ghost? I think
fairy.
it's just more ghost type, right?
Goes.
Oh, yeah. Episode, whatever this is, 11, Do We Know Lizzo and Game Show Antics.
So you're telling me I just
believe this
need to
was up.
catch a ghost?
What are you
I was
playing?
thinking.
Ghostbusters.
I
Ghostbusters Pokemon?
Poison. I'm like, no, I'm thinking of fairy.
Tony, you're
Fairy.
very
No,
quiet.
it's not poison.
Anywho. So,
I know of.
Tony, you're very quiet.
Oh yeah, that's the usual.
So Tony is a friend of the podcast. He's technically you've been in videos. Well, I don't know if they're gonna go up yet, but the K's cooking video, Tony you were in there. That was fun. We should do more
I
react
think
videos.
Tony was high for that.
That was fun. That was really fun. I haven't edited that yet, but it's pretty fun. It was pretty cool. So I appreciate you guys doing that with me. But yeah, so this is why it's first actual podcast with questionable quality.
What do you
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Other one?
The Family Feud one, which is just a game show. Well, I guess that was a podcast
It
because
was a, yeah.
it's kind of whatever. I don't know. We
Hey,
don't ever.
don't call that episode whatever. I hosted that
It
episode.
was good. I really
put
enjoyed
so
it.
much effort into that,
I
Gavin.
enjoyed-
You said,
we
"Oh, I
can-
guess it's not really a podcast."
Well, no, and then I corrected myself. I was like, well, a podcast can kind of be just whatever, right? We should do another one of those. I would be so down to do another one of those because we can get more people on. Because I know Treecan would love to come back on the podcast. I know you don't like the word pod, Logan.
What did I say that?
I know you don't
Very
like the word
early on. I
cast.
said it in like episode 3 or 4, and you were just like, "Can I be honest? I hate that word." But I hear.
I don't remember that.
I just heard it.
I
in
don't know
like-
if my view has changed or not.
You like the word pod? We get.
I don't know.
We'll get Treecan and the boys back on the pod.
Okay, no, never mind. I've decided that I do hate that word.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I mean, I just heard other people use it, mainly Mr. Nivison. So that's kind of.
I'm gonna ask you, you're the only person. I've
Maybe
ever
I would.
heard say
Maybe I
that.
would like it if Nivison said it.
Do you listen to the Chuckle
My
Sandwich
boy
podcast?
Niv. I've
It's
not
good.
listened to Chuckle Sandwich.
It's good. I recommend.
SMA.
It's
I'm trying to catch up with Distractable.
that's a feat of its own if you're behind like a year.
Exactly.
Or two. That is a feat.
I'm a year behind and I need to catch up.
Speaking of catching up, what's up?
She almost from the toilet. I turned around and was about to take a step, and she's just right there, and I was like, like this far away from.
The amount of times I wake up and she's like sleeping on my feet or just like hanging out, and I'm like, why can't I move my sheets? I'm kicking my feet around. But if I do that, she'll start clawing at my feet. Like there's blood stains on my sheet because she'll claw at my feet because she doesn't know what's under my blankets. I'm like, oh my god. And she is. Stupid little cat. Anyway. So I've been catching up on Cowboy Bebop. I'm finishing Cowboy Bebop tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome. And then
I
get on to-
finished.
I
I
get to move on.
finished. Season 1 of Blue Lock.
Blue Rock.
Blue Lock. man.
What?
Yes, it was quite enjoyable,
We're doing
but
shots
because it's a sport,
on cam. Okay, pour some
anime?
shots and get over here. Jack's pouring us some
it's
shots.
not for everyone.
A Blue Lock? Can you explain
Yeah.
what Blue Lock is for those that don't know what Blue Lock is? Like, I understand that it's a soccer anime, but what makes it so interesting?
So basically, you know how like the different positions in soccer, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the actual position is called, but they call it a striker
Yeah.
in Blue Lock.
It's like attacker, striker.
Yeah, basically the person who scores all the goals,
Yeah.
right? So like, I think it's like 300 different strikers across Japan get this letter to be like, oh, you've been selected as like a special athlete or whatever, right? And they go and this like guy tells them like, Japan sucks at soccer. We can't win a World
Do they
Cup
play
to save
Jap-
our fucking
they-
lives.
Do they play soccer in Japan, like, generally?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I don't know about generally, but they participate in like the World Cup and shit.
Let me... Really? Japanese soccer. Well, I'll be... What do you mean?
Well, because this is
I've only had two
They-
drinks. I've only had two of these much of that.
Yeah, how much did I have?
You've had a... I don't know. Beats me.
Tell Derek to get it back to his fucking computer. Anyway, they'll mention like real soccer players and whatnot in it.
Messi?
But yeah, Messi.
Messi, FIFA.
They'll mention Messi, Ronaldo, some other players. What the fuck is Derek doing?
So Logan's trying to explain Blue Lock right now. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why this camera is so zoomed in, but that's what this camera is. So you'll have to like bend down or something or go. Did you fill this up all the way?
I can't see
Oh
in the
my
dark.
God,
I
okay.
have glasses.
Fellow gamers, this is my Happy Raptor glass, my shot glass. We're doing shots, I guess, of Jim Beam honey.
Umpire.
So that was so much. Yeah, I'm 2 drinks down and a shot down, so I'll be good for the night. That was... You filled that thing all the way up.
That's how shots work.
That's not how shots work. You don't get a shot... You don't pick up a shot from a barkeep and it's like... You have to pick it up like... Ooh...
Go to better bars, bitch. I don't know.
I don't go to bars. I've never... the only shot I've ever had at a place was last night when you ordered us shots.
Okay, can I get back to my explanation
you
now?
can get back to your
No.
explanation. Apologies.
So basically, they go to this thing. This guy tells them that Japan sucks at fucking soccer, and they want to create the best striker in the world. And to do this, they're going to lock all of these players in a facility and train them how to be the best striker in the world through like a process of elimination. And if you get eliminated, you're never allowed to, you're pretty much never allowed to play soccer again because you're never allowed to represent Japan.
That's so mean. Do they only have one?
So
team?
they pretty much
Wait. So there's
put it as
hold on. Can I intercept right here? There's
yeah.
two striker positions, right? Don't they
I
want
don't know.
2 people? So they don't want to.
Well, so no, the
everybody.
top 5.
Oh,
They
okay.
based it in the
Okay, that
beginning. The
makes sense.
top 5
Sure.
move, like they graduate, whatever.
Yeah.
The other 295, their careers are pretty much over.
But well, that's like if you were okay. So the Olympics just happened, at least in our current time frame. I don't know when this video is gonna go up, but that's like if you don't medal, you're never allowed to do that sport ever again. And it's like, especially for gymnastics, some of these people are doing it since they were old enough to comprehend how to move their legs. So that's like, if you train,
I mean,
your
that's
entire
basically
life,
everyone who's in Blue Lock.
That's
They've been
insane.
playing soccer
So you're
for
not
their
allowed
entire life.
You're not allowed to do this ever again. It's like, well, shit. I've got no other life skills. I've got no other physical skills except for playing soccer. So here I'm gonna go.
That's pretty much all of these 300 people have played soccer for as long as they can remember, and it's their dream to make it to nationals and whatever and represent Japan for the World Cup.
So
And like this is their way to guarantee. But if they get kicked out, they're never allowed to represent Japan. So there's 300 of them, whatnot.
That's so many.
like,
That's so many careers ruined.
So 295 players gone. But like as you progress through the anime, you find out that each player has a quote unquote weapon.
It's soccer. What are they? Their weapons are their feet. Is this a foot fetish anime?
No, it's not. Their weapons are not their feet, Gavin.
But that's what hits the ball.
So no, it's more like a skill. Like, oh, this player is really good at jumping. This player. That's literally somebody. Their weapon is their jumping.
That sounds so.
This person's really good at dribbling. This person's really good at ball control.
Wait,
this person has good agility.
Okay, so if you're really good at jumping, what are you gonna do in soccer?
Head ball.
Oh, okay.
They pass it to you high, and you jump higher than everybody else, and headbutt it into the goal.
Is there somebody whose specialty is head?
You mean headbutting, or just giving head?
I mean, they give head to the ball, right? That's what.
Yes, there was somebody whose specialty was giving head.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Great thing to come back to.
Welcome back. Yeah.
But basically, it progresses through this like, there's a little spoiler. I'll give a little spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. Boo! Sorry, that was really loud.
And basically, the 300 players are separated into like multiple teams of 11, and are forced to go through like this round robin tournament between each team. And out of the 5 teams, only 2 move on. And then the top scorer of the losing team also moves on.
Alcoholic divorce dad.
It's so like delayed too. It throws
So after
me
the
off.
first selection,
Okay, I'll stop my interjection.
after the first selection, 150 of them go home.
Okay. So
And that's like the first, like that's after the round robin tournament. This is like the first thing they go through.
This is like
and
the
half
first
of them
season?
are already gone.
By the end of the
the first season already happened.
Wait,
So after this,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
After this is like the second selection, right?
Mhm.
So they've gone through the first selection where they've been kind of weeded out, but it was all like team based. So
Okay.
this next selection is kind of solo based, but also a little team based.
So this
The
is
first
just
one
for
is
strikers?
yes, this is just strikers.
That's insane.
The second selection, they have to like score 100 goals against an AI goalkeeper, like
Uh-huh.
state of the art AI goalkeeper that's really fucking hard to score on or whatever.
Damn
And
AI taking
based
our
off of how many
jobs.
goals you get, it gets harder and harder. And then after that, after you pass through that, you need to make a team of 3, and then you do a 3-on-3 battle. And whoever wins moves and steals a player from the other team to a 4-on-4 battle.
That's so stupid. How do you do a 3-on-3 if everybody on the
So-
3-on-3 is a striker?
So how they did it for the 3-on-3 is, there's a smaller field to compensate for the less players, and each team has the AI goalie.
Uh-huh.
So it's 3 strikers with a goalie.
Hear her from in here.
Probably because she's coming from my mic. Is your door
But
open?
if you
Hey, no
lose
pretty girl.
the first 3-on-3, you're demoted back to the second part 2. And if you lose again, one person gets eliminated, basically. So every time you lose, a player gets stolen from your team, and if you're not picked and you lose the 2-on-2, you're just gone. You're eliminated.
That's so sad.
But basically, you have to, you need to get through all the stages. So you have to win the 3-on-3, and then you have to win the 4-on-4.
So
So you have a team of 5, and then you've passed the second selection.
when does the BL come in play?
Huh?
I don't know.
So from what I've
They've
heard,
shown it.
So from what I've heard, if you guys, audience and Logan are not familiar with the Fake Fans podcast, which is Skara and Peter Park, they have a
Peter Parker?
they have a podcast very recently. It started in April, called the Fake Fans podcast, and they talk about anime and manga. And I hear from them that Blue Lock is partially a BL anime because it's also about some people swallowing each other,
Oh yeah, so devouring each.
devouring each other.
You can devour other people's like weapons and like make them your own.
Weapons.
Yes.
So
They're swords. if you
how?
will.
Yeah. So
Jack, you weren't here for the weapon explanation.
I'm here for the BL explanation.
I'm here
so
for the
that's what-
BL.
That's what
Can
I'm running with right now.
I'm here for the,
The funny
BL.
thing is-
Dot.
The
Black
funny thing
Butler.
is, so they each have like a blue lock rating, right? Of
Uh-huh.
like, you're rated like 15th out of however many players.
Uh huh.
When they show a character, they have like a little like thing like, oh, this is their name. But instead of putting blue lock rating, they just put BL rating.
I love that. That's so awesome.
So it'll be like BL rating 15th.
BL 15. Boys love 15. So for those who aren't anime listeners or watchers, they've probably clicked off this podcast by now. But
That is
BL
an
means
interesting
boy
way
love.
of saying that.
So there's boy love in Blue Lock as far as I'm concerned, right? So
Well, yes,
because
kind of.
it's
I'll
boys.
BRB, bro.
It's boys
Most of the like
consuming other boys.
most of the like stuff you could consider yaoi is in like the after credit scene, which I kind of just started skipping because I didn't want to see it.
What? That's so important to the plot, Logan.
It's so. I agree, Wyatt. Truer words
I
have
am-
never been said.
Okay, Wyatt, you watch it.
Okay, yeah, I will just for that.
Wyatt,
I mean,
can you watch a BL for us, please?
okay.
I
Give me
need-
one and I'll watch it.
But can you like, while
Wyatt's
you're
watching
watching
Boys
it,
Love?
can you while you're watching it, can you like plot, like put down, like note down plot points of like why this is BL, you know,
I'll try.
and like explain it. We're gonna turn into an anime manga podcast at this point, but
I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind that either.
That'd be kinda
Season the
But,
latter half of season 2 is gonna be manga. I was gonna say manga BL, manga anime podcast.
Let's do a BL segment.
I don't.
Black Butler.
I don't know how much BL I could.
We're
read
already doing a
myself
BL
through.
segment. Blue Log.
No, we're all gonna read our own separate BLs, and we're gonna write a synopsis on it.
But
if we
after
want to do
this-
that, I'm down.
After the second selection, there is currently 35 people left.
Okay.
So out of the 300 people, 35 people are left.
So this is like elimination based off of their performance.
Performance, skill, and
So
and
you-
some teamwork.
You could compare this to like The Bachelorette, right? Where they're all fighting for the same position, aka the same position as this woman's boyfriend or husband.
I
Sure,
like it. It's a hot take.
that's
but
how
I
you want to
like
put it.
I'm so interested.
But that's where season 1 ends. Is the I think more than 5 might end up getting through. I don't know.
How many?
Because season 1 ended.
How many?
But they were talking about how they wanted to shut down Blue Lock, and they're like, we're going to take on Japan's national team with 11 people, and if the 11 strikers win, we can just take over their team,
Gavin, I'm stealing some of your Baja.
and if they
Blast from
lose,
my
they get
fridge.
shut.
That's
if
your
they
Baja
lose,
Blast.
they get shut
Is it?
down.
Yeah.
Either way, I put a little bit too much of the hibiscus stuff.
I mean,
hibiscus syrup or whatever.
Is
in
there
this
part
drink.
of is there part of the can in the fridge? Because there's like this much left of the can.
That's all I need is to
Okay.
water that hibiscus
for it.
syrup down just a little bit.
Go for it.
I'll be right back.
So apparently, let me interject here, Logan, really quick. So apparently, the first season of Blue Lock is 94 chapters of the anime. So how?
The first season is 94 chapters of the manga.
Right, that's what I. Yeah.
There's a movie that just came out, which I'm going to assume
There's
is
a movie?
extremely BL.
So there's
Yeah, a
currently,
movie came out.
There's currently 211 chapters of Blue Lock. I don't know. I had a like an inkling of what I was doing going into this Google search. I do not remember what that was. So
Oh, you wanted to know the percent that
I'll
the first
throw it
season
back
covered?
to you. Yeah. You said they were done with
Um,
Blue Lock? They were done with BL?
No, I think the movie is gonna be BL.
The movie is
probably.
BL.
Yeah.
The movie
I
is
haven't
Boys
seen the
Love.
movie. I haven't seen the movie, but there's like 2 characters in the show that like
That you want
one
to
of
see
them.
together.
I'm sure fans want to see them together.
I'm sure you want to see them together. You just don't want to say it.
Wyatt, I think you
Are we
want to
still
see
talking
them
about
together.
BL?
Yeah, hell
Oh
yes.
yeah. I don't know who. What
But
show
there
is
was
this again? I forgot.
Flip log.
Okay.
There was these 2 characters that were introduced, right? And one of them's
Uh-huh.
like the rich kid who gets everything handed to him. And he's like, but I want something I can earn, right? So the thing he decides he wants to earn is the fucking soccer
It's the what?
World Cup trophy.
Oh, it's not a boy? It's not another boy?
I'm losing interest real fast here.
Where's the
Gavin,
police next
let me
command?
continue, right?
Oh, it's coming.
I'm interested. You got
Until
me
he
locked
finds
in.
this-
Is
he
coming?
finds this other guy
Oh, I made
who
it.
has
Okay.
like he's like Wyatt, and where he just has no will
likes
to do
men.
anything.
Whoa, okay, Wyatt, I take that
Wait,
back
Wyatt, I'm
for
sorry.
him. I take that back for him. I think
Wyatt, I'm
you're
sorry.
very ambitious, Wyatt.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I
Any day.
My
I don't
mind,
take back what I said. It's okay if you like men.
That is okay if you like men.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with liking men, Wyatt.
Wyatt, take the bi pill.
Take the bi pill, he says. Anyway, go
It's
on.
better.
So why does Blue Lock
There's,
remind you of Wyatt?
I used to
This
play
character,
Did you used
no,
to play
he
soccer?
just
Did you?
soccer. Yeah, until my career-ending injury.
The
All
fact
right,
that you say that-
expound.
The
I
fact
gotta
that you
hear
say
this
that
one.
so casually. What was your career-ending injury?
My appendix.
That's not at all.
Yeah,
You did not get that injured
that-
in soccer. What happened?
it-
It just happened?
Yeah, no, I just had my appendix sad.
Why?
What? How
And then
old
I
were you?
never
Like
played
12?
sports again. I was in middle
Middle
school.
school.
Middle school is
Yeah.
like around 12.
Jack, when
Yeah,
did you
then
have your
I-
appendix out? You had your appendix out in middle school too.
Me?
Yeah,
I
right?
was 17, and they had complications with it.
Really?
So I had to get. Okay, let me. This might be a little oof, but they basically had to go from like
like,
where they go
sneeze in.
all the way up to my ribs. They had to separate the muscle from the skin. Like,
Oh.
Wait, your
so
ribs?
it felt like someone literally filleted me from like my belly button up to my sternum.
Surely you were passed out,
asleep
though.
right when they were doing
Surely
this,
you were
right?
passed out.
I was, but I couldn't walk
Okay,
for like
that's-
a week afterwards.
I mean,
I remember
And then they
that.
took
part's
that
normal.
out, and they had to like rearrange my intestines and shit to be able to get it out successfully.
I remember calling your grandma and I was like, "Hey,
Is Jack dead?
is Jack around?" And then she was like, "Oh yeah, here you go." And you were just like, "Hey." I don't remember anything after that, but I remember you just being like totally lifeless. Huh?
Senior year, or was this in middle school?
I have no idea when this was. I
'Cause
have a
this sounds
feeling like it was in middle.
before I had a phone.
I have a feeling it was in middle. Yeah, because I called your grandma.
because then you would
Yeah.
have called
back when she used to babysit us. So this was like
high school.
first year of middle school or
Yeah.
elementary school.
So, like-
Probably when I got my adenoids or tonsils out.
So,
'cause
like,
that was two separate occasions.
Maybe it was your tonsils because I know I called your house phone, and then your mom picked up and she was like, "Oh yeah, he's at his grandma's right now," and she gave me your grandma's phone number, and I called your grandma and I was like, "Hey, I'm looking for Jack," and you answered and you were like, "Hey," like you sound totally just defeated, and I was like, "So what's up?" I don't remember anything past that point.
That was probably tonsils then.
Yeah, I think it was tonsils.
Tonsils were rough.
I
Because
don't.
I used to be fat, so they gave
You were
me,
not fat.
Like, I was, and they gave me a lot more drugs than they should have in the hospital, and I threw up a lot from that.
I believe
And
it.
that's the one thing I remember is they should not have given me that much medication, that they gave me that much medication, and I wasn't falling asleep. Like it's same thing with my appendix. They'd be like, "Oh, it'll only take like 30 micrograms of this." Next thing I know, I'm still awake and we're up to like 160 or something, and I'm still just laying there chilling. Like, yeah, I did some things in high school, so
Here's my tolerance level.
it doesn't really do the same thing because I was dumb.
I think that's so cool though, because like, well, not exactly that point. I think it's so interesting the fact that like, because when I had my endoscopy last year or 2 years ago or something, they gave me something. I don't remember how it was delivered, but like I got into the room where they were doing the endoscopy and they were like talking to me, and I was like trying to figure out like when exactly I would pass out. Because I do not do well in this sort of thing, and I want to be out for these things. Otherwise, I will not have a good time. And even talking about it is like triggering in my mind. And so like when I was in that room, I remember like putting my head down, and it was like 10 a.m. right? So it was like I'd woken up a couple hours before. So granted, I was also, I think at the time, I was waking up at like 5:30 anyway. So I was like, I'm already like used to being awake, but I was drugged on whatever puts you to sleep. I don't know, a minute amount of fentanyl. I think I think it was a minute amount of fentanyl. But I
Fentanyl
was
is a
like,
medical grade thing for anesthetics.
super small, super
Is
small.
anesthetics the right word? Amnesia?
Something like that.
Anesthetics, I'm pretty sure
Anesthetics.
put you under.
Yeah.
Anesthetics.
So I was like, I'm like laying there like this, and I'm like, I don't want to be awake for this because I know I'm gonna have like a reaction in my brain that's gonna like make me feel like super nauseous, and so at some point I just pass out, and then I don't know anything, and then I wake up, and it's all done, it's all taken care of. I love that. I think that's so cool. Like God bless. The amount of anesthetics can go in, because the same thing for my wisdom teeth. Like, in the room, like, cause so when you get your wisdom teeth taken out, you have to go through like a pre whatever something with the doctor and say like,
The
oh
fun
yeah,
shit,
this is
yeah.
what's gonna happen, blah blah blah. During that talk that I had with my doctor, like saying what's going to happen, I had to step out of the room and go puke because like my brain, I cannot
Scaredy cat.
deal with that because like just thinking about like
it
bodily
sucks.
functions and shit makes me so nauseous, and I don't know why, but it always has. And like I'm not super like level with my emotions and shit to like figure out why. It just happens. So like I had to
That
step out of the
reminds me of a
room.
story.
I had to step out of the room. I had to go to the bathroom and puke and whatever. And I came back, and it was basically the end of the discussion. So it was like, all right, whatever. It's like, I don't want to talk about this shit. I just want you to put me under, do what you need to do, and then I leave when I'm done. And that's exactly what happened with my wisdom teeth. It's what happened with my endoscopy and whatever. I get prescribed my medication to help me puke less because of acidic food I eat, and I'm done. So. that's
And when
that.
I got my stinking
Wisdom teeth.
wisdom teeth, taken out. I don't remember the beginning checkup, except one part where the doctor was like, "Oh yeah, because the bottom ones was it severely impacted or whatever
Ooh.
the term was." He's like, "Oh, there is a chance because the nerve is right below it
Oh yeah.
that we could cut the nerve and you'll lose feeling in your bottom like chin jaw
Your jaw.
forever." It's like, you don't have to tell me that,
Yeah.
please.
Right. Yeah. It's like I don't care.
And then like for the next like day or two, like the numbing stuff was still in there, and I was like, did they hit the nerve? And I was like
Oh,
scared
that's-
for the next few
yeah.
days.
Yeah, I'm sure. That sucks. Oh,
Guess who didn't have to deal with all that?
you want to know what's crazy?
Lucky motherfucker.
You want to know what's crazy? I didn't need to have my wisdom teeth taken out. My sister had to have her wisdom teeth taken out, but since we're twins, for those who don't know, she had to have like some of her wisdom teeth taken out, and my mom was just like, "Yeah, we'll take them all out so we can, not have to deal with anything else in the future that they would get, interrupted with, or it would cause a problem for the rest of the teeth." And so she was like, the doctor was like, "Well, Gavin's teeth are looking fine. You probably don't need to have his wisdom teeth taken out, but you can if you want to." And then my mom was like, "Yeah, we'll just take them out the same day. Like, it's not a problem. We'll just do it the same day because, she's having it. So, I mean, since she's having it, we'll just have Gavin go through it and whatever." And so I was like, I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth taken out, and I didn't even need one of them taken out. So some people
See,
go.
I got the pick.
You're
So
right. Some people go through their
I was
entire
able to
life
keep all of my
without having
wisdom
them
teeth,
taken
right?
out. Go ahead.
So I've had to get the 2 top ones pulled because in the last year I've happened to get 2 cavities, and they happen to be the 2 wisdom teeth.
Really?
Because those teeth are supposed to like harder to brush, especially the top ones.
That's true. I agree.
So they're the 2 teeth I've gotten cavities in the last year, and it's not worth filling them. So I've just pulled them, and getting them pulled is just pulling a normal tooth. So A, it's cheaper. B, it's 10 times easier because they don't have to cut it out of your jaw.
Right. So like when I had my wisdom teeth taken out, my wisdom teeth hadn't even grown in yet. Like I didn't even.
Yeah,
know,
they have to cut into your jaw.
I didn't
Mine are
even know
fully
they
grown
were
out.
in.
They can just yank it like a normal tooth.
Whoa, gross. So, yeah.
Honestly, the worst part is the crunching
Oh.
sound.
Huh? You were awake for that?
The what?
Both of them, yeah.
You were gross, awful. I was
okay.
knocked the fuck out. I was sleeping through that entire part, and when I was done with it, I remember it because I sent Snapchats to Braden. My tongue was out of my mouth because I quote unquote couldn't fit my tongue back in my mouth. That's where I was at. My grandma, my mom brought my grandma around just to like videotape and like document what was going on. So she's in the passenger seat of the car. So like we got wheelchaired out to our car and then basically picked up
What?
and put in the car to be taken home. And my grandma's in the passenger seat with her phone looking back in the back, and she's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "I can't fit my tongue back in my mouth. I can't fit my tongue back in my mouth." the entire
Just
way home.
reminded me
And like
of
I was conscious enough to be like, I gotta take my phone out and I gotta tell somebody. So I take my phone out, I take a selfie, and I tell Brayden, I'm like, my tongue is too big to put back in my mouth. It's like obviously I could fit my tongue back in my mouth, but to me and my brain and whatever I was on, like I could not fit my tongue back in my mouth. So there's a video I think on my grandma's phone or something somewhere where she's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, so that was
No, I
my
was awake
aftermath.
for both of them being pulled,
That sounds awful.
and they numb up your jaw and your cheek, and sometimes it gets on your tongue a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll inject, but they'll also rub.
Oh.
Honestly,
hate
the
the
part that hurt the
injections.
most was the injection.
I don't remember. That's the
The
weird part.
fucking
I don't
needle
remember
getting
my
stuck in your
injections.
gums and shit. I hate
I
that
legitimately
so much.
like that. The injection was 10 million times worse than the tooth getting pulled.
I bet.
Oh yeah, because
Really?
it's not numb yet, so you just feel a needle being shoved in like six
Oh.
different
Well,
places in your
Gross.
gums.
I mean,
and
it is
it's so
slightly numbed because of the little
But
I didn't
Q-tips
get
with the
they-
numbing
numbed.
stuff they
bad.
put
They
in.
didn't do that.
Oh,
I
really?
got raw dogged in the mouth 6
Oh,
times.
okay. Then that'll suck.
It did.
I can't tell you exactly how they do it, but they just yoink that bitch out.
That's
They just took a pair of
insane.
pliers from
Literally,
the toolbox.
right? Open wide.
And both times they've offered me to like keep the tooth, and they'll like sterilize it and clean it off, and hand you your full.
I'm so upset.
Tooth.
I never got that option.
I wonder if my mom still has my. I know my mom still has some of our baby
Not
teeth,
mine.
but I don't know if she has our wisdom teeth. I don't think we have any of our wisdom teeth around.
I would have wanted
Could
my
have made
wisdom
a
teeth.
QQQ tooth jar.
So I
No,
would have
thank
worn
you.
my tooth as like a necklace.
Auction it
Or
off when
teeth.
we're big.
I don't have my wisdom teeth.
I
My
don't
two top
either.
Yeah,
wisdom
it's
teeth.
so
I don't
for
have
like
them.
10
You said no?
grand or something to fund the channel.
Yeah.
And just buy
I
our
never had
teeth.
the
Just,
option.
I would have taken them.
You want my teeth?
So cool.
Okay, Wyatt. If I ever have to get my bottom wisdom teeth taken out for any reason, I will give them to you.
Okay.
Why-
I'm gonna
why
become
do
a
you want his-
doctor, a
why?
dentist, and say you have to get it. I don't know. They seem
Wyatt-
cool.
You can just get them out, because they'll
Why
be
do you
like,
want
"Oh yeah, that's
his
fine."
teeth?
Because I don't have mine anymore, so I lost that chance.
Yeah, so you'll take the
Valid.
bag of Logan's bottom wisdom teeth to the dentist, and you'll be like, "Hey, can I get these put in my mouth?"
But no, honestly, getting my wisdom teeth out wasn't bad at all because I just straight up told
I-
them like, yeah,
I don't
I
remember them
have
taking it out. That was a
I don't
snake.
know.
quite the nicotine addiction, and they were like, oh. And then they gave me a significantly higher dose again than they should have to make sure I was knocked out and didn't wake up fighting them.
And then they pulled out the
Wait,
rest
they
of your
don't just
teeth
hit
too.
you with like a frying pan to knock you out?
No, I got the cool little mask thing that goes on, and they put like, I don't know, probably Fent or some shit.
I've
in
had
it.
that
I just
before.
got-
I've had
I
like
got-
the laughing gas to pass you out before.
I love laughing
When I
gas.
was, like,
I stay
super-
awake
That's
for
when I
laughing
was
gas
super
for
little.
minutes.
When I was super
Why do
little,
you guys? That's not fair. I got the stupid IV.
I
the
don't think
lame
I ever
one?
got the IV.
Oh, they wouldn't do an IV on
I
me
actually-
I told them straight up I would fight them if they
And
put
it's
an IV
and
in
it's
me.
so stupid because of course like any day of the week, like right now, oh I can see my veins, they're like
Mm-hmm. Your veins are
There.
popping.
yeah, but when I go there it's like, where are your veins? And it's like
I don't get
I
that.
don't know, they just disappear.
They're stupid. Those people are stupid.
No, even like
They-
when I was looking I was like, wait, they're just not
But
there
they put
anymore.
they put in the band that makes your veins pop out. And you want to know what? I still have a mark from when people took out blood from my vein. You can't see it on the camera. It might have gone away
You
by
have
now.
a mark.
But like 6 months
Like
ago.
a
Yeah,
very
You want to see my swollen vein on my hand? This big ass boy
You wanna
right
talk
here
about
from where
marks?
they shoved a needle in and poked around for over a minute straight, going
right.
in and out of the vein.
The amount of needles
That
I've
was
had.
horrific.
The amount of needles I've had in this arm, because this is my left arm, my non-dominant arm. So when I was taking allergy shots, I would have two needles in this arm every week from allergy shots, so needles don't bug me anymore. And it's like whenever
I
almost passed out.
somebody's like, "Oh, this is
I've
gonna
shots
hurt," and I'm like,
And
"All right."
IVs, two different things.
I
To me,
fucking hate
they're-
IVs.
They're just the same to me, like, cause I've been in and out so many times. I just don't
Mhm.
care.
They're not the
I
same.
am,
Anything that goes directly into my vein, I will.
I don't
fight
know.
the
I,
doctors.
I feel like
Veins
I'm
I
are
a
almost,
weird
everywhere.
I
one.
legitimately
because-
almost blacked out the last time they drew blood.
Really,
I
I'm
hate
the
it.
opposite
I feel
I
like-
because
hate
did
it when they have
too.
to take blood. I've done it so many times, and I still hate it every time.
Literally, everything went. It was so bad that everything went black and white. That's how close I was to blacking out.
I
I've-
get like the stars and shit, and I can't see it. It's like when you stand up really fast and you almost black out. That's how
No,
I get
everything
when
was
I get,
black
like,
and white, and I
needles.
was like swaying. Like I started swaying.
Yeah, I get like the stars, and then I puke. Like I never black out or anything. I just puke.
I'm like
My
the
body
opposite.
does not
Even
want
like
me to. It takes
last
a
month
lot.
when I got the IV, I was just looking at it.
Oh, I can.
I
do
mean,
that
the
too.
IV
I can look
it
over
hurts,
and see,
like,
like,
it's like-
oh shit, that's my blood.
It's like a
The
pinch, but
IV
it's
I can
like,
handle, but I still hate it.
I hate like the
Uh.
feeling because it's like a dong when it goes into your vein, and it's like, oh god, why is it like clamping into my arm? And then I look over and
Because
I'm
like
oh, shit,
the
that's in
IV
my
I
arm.
can like look away from, but I can always feel it,
Mhm.
and I hate it.
The feeling I think is the worst part. Also, I gotta pee really bad, so I'm gonna take a
I mean, it
break
just
and go
goes
pee.
away after like 10 seconds, if that. For me, at least.
What?
Like any feeling of like the
Oh,
anything.
see,
of,
my
like,
my brain knows it's there, and I hate it so much that my brain forces itself to hyper focus on it, even though I don't want to.
I feel
So that feeling does not go away.
dude, IVs are the one thing I cannot handle. Like anything else, fair game. IVs?
The last time I needed an IV, I didn't. Or they wanted to put an IV in, I didn't fight it because I legitimately needed it. And that's the same reason why I last got an IV. It was like food poisoning or some shit, and I couldn't even keep down water, so I was so like dehydrated that they literally had to put an IV in and pump fluids.
See, it's
You know
different
what's-
when you're in that state as opposed to like if you just got an IV right now. Like I'd rather be having experienced it. I'd rather be in like that kind of a state where I physically need to have an IV rather than I'm going to the doctor and they need to draw blood or some shit and I just have to raw dog it like that. Like that is
all this
No.
If
reminds
they ever
me
have to,
of-
if they ever have to draw blood again, I'm legitimately going to ask them to put me out, because I don't want to go through that.
Oh, this reminded me is I still have to pay my
drink a
hospital
lot
bill,
before you go
which
in.
is so stupid.
Just set up like you don't have to pay it all at once.
Yeah. Because
Keep
what I
it
thought was
simple.
gonna be the most is, because the whole time I didn't know it was food poisoning until the day after. I thought I was dying, because of knowing me, I probably was. But they put me in like that machine that like, it's like the tube, you know?
MRI?
It's like-
Receipt
Yeah,
instead?
yeah,
Did they give you the liquid that makes you feel like you're gonna
Don't
piss
quote
yourself?
me.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Iodine.
went through that same fucking thing. I know, because
I'm gonna-
they literally
Dude,
did that
I
to
love
me
the
too.
iodine.
When I
That makes me so
No,
warm inside.
so
warm-
no,
warm and
when I
fuzzy.
also had, I don't know, I still don't know to this day if it's food poisoning. But if I had experienced the same thing and it was food poisoning, then I had food poisoning.
Yeah.
But they did that exact same thing to me, where they injected me with the iodine or whatever and put you in that machine.
But I thought that was gonna be like the most expensive part. No, it's just the whole like staying in the room that for like
Oh yeah.
not even 6 hours. That's $2,000 I have to pay. Like
Hey,
what?
yours
Pray
was
to
only
God you
6
never have to
hours. I
pay
was
for
in
an
there for
ambulance,
like
dude.
8.
The ambulance costs like 20 grand or some bullshit like that. Like I would rather drive myself bleeding out than have to pay for the ambulance. No, I don't fuck
The only
with
time,
ambulances. It's
the
such a
only time
scam.
I've been in an ambulance, I didn't have to pay for it because it was when I was in 3rd grade and had my asthma attack.
Let's go.
and they
asthma.
transported me because they couldn't treat me at the one hospital, so they transported me via ambulance to another hospital.
You should have asked, "Can I go by helicopter?"
And
Man,
then-
I was so tired at that point because I
think-
really didn't sleep the previous night because I had an asthma attack.
He'll end up.
I've had enough rides in the wee woo wagon to know how much it costs, and
Oh.
I do.
I never
only
want to
been in a-
see the
Even with
inside.
insurance,
I don't
like,
want to
you'll-
see the inside of a wee woo.
You're gonna hit your deductible with one single ambulance ride, and that's all it takes.
Gavin, just look up the inside of a wee woo
I don't
wagon.
want to. I don't want to ever see the inside for any reason.
Have you never been in? Dude, I've been in like 12.
You
No.
haven't
Oh, I
been
thought
in an
I thought you
ambulance,
said you.
loser?
I thought you said you wanted to see it.
No, I don't want to.
I think my friend's parents
problems.
covered it because my friend was driving me one time in high school.
He
we
drove
were in
the
a car
ambulance.
crash. No,
You were in a car crash?
What? yeah, in, like
What?
second year of high school,
Dang.
Yeah.
Interesting.
and I felt pretty lucky because I got put on like the Wait, Wait, why did I get put on the stretcher? I'm thinking now because I was walking around because of like the adrenaline and stuff.
Yeah.
They probably just put you on the stretcher as like a formality thing. Like,
But my friend was in there too, and he just gotta sit there.
No, if you got put on the stretcher, they're concerned about your back or your neck. I remember being stuck on the yellow plastic board that they put, the backboard that goes in
Oh.
the ambulance for like 6 or more hours in the hospital.
But like
That shit sucks.
like adrenaline is so weird because like right after like I was walking around on the road, which is probably not the best idea now.
In the middle of the road.
But like after the hospital, like the day after, I could not like move.
yeah, no,
Like, I
adrenaline is a very weird thing.
Adrenaline is peak.
I think for at least a week I was like
Junkie.
in my bed. No, I wasn't even. I was on the couch, so I couldn't get up the stairs.
Jeez.
Did you hurt your back in the accident?
I probably did.
Because it's
I don't quite
it
remember.
sounds suspiciously
did.
like what I went through when I got 3 spinal fractures. I had to go on the backboard, lay in the hospital for 6 hours, and then I was just home for like, I think 2 weeks or something.
Ugh.
I mean, they didn't see anything wrong with it. They did say I had gallbladder stones, and they were right. I had that taken out too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had like only a few stones, but only the few ones were blocking it. So
That's all it takes.
Drink more water.
This is the medical
Oh, thanks.
episode, by the way. We
I'll
should
do
probably
that now.
put that at the beginning, like, hey, editor's note.
drink
We're
water.
talking about medical shit. If you get nauseous
Yeah.
when talking about anything medically related, yes,
Oh,
we
went from
Yeah.
BL to medical.
Let's go back to the BL. I like that more.
I love
I
The
mean,
medical
uh,
episode, no,
Wait
the
a minute.
medical is kind of fun. I haven't even gotten into half the shit that I've experienced medically.
I mean, that's pretty much it for me. I'm trying to
The-
think.
I think
Last time I went to the doctor was like in 2022, I think.
you should go to the doctor right
That was a
now.
while. That's a while. It's pretty
Yeah, I don't
far,
go.
Yeah.
Okay, in my defense, I don't go to the doctor. You know, the last time I went, they were like, "Oh, we don't know what's wrong with you. It's like you're fucked, but we can't tell you what it is."
Yeah, that, I
Let's run
hate
some
that.
Labs. They did labs, didn't figure out what's wrong, and it cost me, I think, $600 just for the labs alone.
Yeah,
With
even-
insurance.
Labs
Like last
suck.
time, they're like, "Oh, we don't know what's wrong with you, but we're just gonna send you home with like
That's-
water and you."
It's
like,
the same
thank
thing.
you so much.
It's the same thing with computers. People are the same as computers. You take your computer to a repair place, and they're just like, "We don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. Pay us $65." Like, I'm never gonna take my computer
Literally.
back to this place again. I'm currently
I
downloading
mean,
my
hey, I
dentist
can
app
figure
right
out
now.
my own computer shit. I can't figure out my own medical shit. I don't know where you start. I don't have the
Right.
machinery for that.
I'm downloading my
If I
dentist
could, I
app
would.
right now because I need to set up a dental appointment because I have not had a dental appointment in over a year. And
Oh
I
my
I
God.
pay for insurance. I could go get my shit done.
Gavin, you gotta take care of those teeth.
Yeah, take care of my choppers.
I go
I-
in.
I've never had a cavity. Never.
Okay,
Just ignore the
I-
pain.
I go every
am
6
very
months.
bad at that.
And
Oh,
they-
you get
they-
used to it. Trust me.
No, I do not. I'm very bad. Very bad.
After what, When was 2017? I think 2018. So like 6 years, and you don't feel it ever.
I disagree. I simply disagree.
Bitch, I blowtorch my hands every day.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't
I
hurt
disagree.
after a while.
I do not blowtorch my hands. I do not work in.
Start blowtorching
I do not work
your
on
hands.
on fire.
Start
Burn
blowing
off
fire
your
engines.
fingerprints so the FBI can never find you. Then
That's-
you get the fun
Okay,
shit. Make
completely
thermite.
unrelated, Jack. You work at a fire engine building place, not in anything illegal, so he has a reason to burn off his fire or his fingers because it's
Oh, yes, that
cauterizing
gives him-
wounds that he creates for himself. He's not a con
No,
in any
they
way,
just
shape, or
get
form.
burned naturally because I light something on fire and then I pinch it directly after because I don't like the way it is, so I just pinch it to make it better. And yeah, your fingerprints just kind of come off naturally if you pinch enough things that you blowtorch. Metal gets hot.
Yes,
so
it
heat
does.
shrink.
I'm glad to know.
Oh, I have cauterized wounds before by like stripping parts of wire, getting the wire red hot, and then just hitting it on where I need to stop bleeding. And it works really good. Pro tip. Cauterize your own wounds. It hurts, but it's free.
It is efficient. It is very efficient.
I like things
It
that are
does.
free.
It does what it's supposed to.
Not exactly.
I don't
maybe
have to go to the
the
doctor.
most
I don't have to pay
recommended
for
way.
ambulance. I don't have a hospital. It hurts, but it's gonna hurt either way. But one way, I get to save all my money.
I need a general dentist.
Cauterize your own wounds.
Be careful cauterizing your own wounds.
You don't really need to be that good. You just burn it until it stops bleeding.
QQQ sets up Gavin's dentist appointment. Head ass. Wait, there's a right across the intersection
It's the
from
medical
us.
episode.
Right across the intersection. Apparently, they take our license.
I can't hear what you're saying.
Right across the intersection. Apparently, they take our insurance.
Oh, you should go to the one that I go to.
No, that's so far away. There's so many dentist places around.
But they're
here.
good.
They're good.
The one that I go to, he's bald. He's cool.
He's bold.
Yeah.
What does that
Is he cool
mean?
because he's bald, Wyatt?
Oh, he's
Yeah.
bald.
Because me and my dad go, and he always says, "Oh, nice hair" to him. It's kind of like a funny, like, haha.
Haha. I don't know what to do from here. I've never booked a dentist appointment for myself. How does this work?
Send
I
them a
don't know.
message
Usually,
saying, "Check my teeth."
Yeah, right. Check my teeth, please.
Look at my teeth, bitch.
just walk in there and be like, "Hey, I want my teeth checked."
Well, so I hit find a dentist, and then I
What?
type in general dentist, and I hit search, and then I'm like, okay, I want this one. It's in 0.16 miles, so I could walk there. And then
It's in your
now
building.
what? Now what? No, it doesn't. It doesn't say select as dentist. It doesn't say anything. It just there's the directions. Here it is. Great. That's awesome. What do I do? What do I do with this?
You go in there and ask for a dentist appointment.
Well, surely I can book an appointment from the app, right? That's how these
I don't
things
know.
work. That's how this application works, right? I can use the app to book an appointment. I don't have to call. How do I use this thing? My coverage. PPO. That's pretty general. How do I use this?
Do you really need to go to the dentist?
I do. My teeth are
Yes.
stupid. Look at my teeth. Look
Okay,
at the-
fun fact,
at my
dentists
bottom
are
teeth.
actually a scam.
No, they're
You're a
not.
scam.
Look at this. Look at my
They
bottom teeth.
legitimately
Look at-
are. Like, if they do their jobs and do a good job as a dentist, they no longer have patients.
Okay, but people's teeth are hereditary. Like Wyatt has had a bunch of cavities. I have not. I do not brush my teeth more than once a day, usually. And I'm fine. I've never had a cavity. And people
And
can
I
brush.
brush my teeth once a day.
Sure, Wyatt. Okay. But
Okay,
Balls-
listen here, goober.
Goober.
Goober?
But like,
But why is that?
some people don't brush their
Gavin,
teeth.
are you
once a
gonna
day.
sit there and take that? You got called a goober.
Some people do
Damn
brush their
you.
teeth once a day. You're supposed to brush your teeth twice a day and floss every day. I hate flossing my teeth. It hurts because my teeth are messed up.
Just get one of those green picks. That's
I don't
okay.
like.
You're not gonna believe this, but I do floss.
You
know?
do?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
See,
does
you
the
don't
floss.
believe it.
When I was
Yeah, I
on
have
my-
the green picks. I just have them
Here's what's
on
funny.
my desk.
When I was on
Hey, floss picks are pretty base.
When I was on my business trip, I flossed every day because I would look at my teeth because the middle, so this tooth right here, this bottom middle left one, there's like a chip on the back of it and food builds up there. And so I'm like, shit, I need to floss this, which I should just generally floss it. But every day I was in the state that I was traveling to for work, and I looked at the mirror and I was like, I got nothing better to do. I'm gonna floss my teeth. So I would floss my teeth every single day, twice a day, because I had nothing better to do. And I was like, well, I could easily just like spend 15 seconds before I go to bed and when I wake up to floss my teeth. But I just don't, because why would I do that when I can watch Cowboy Bebop? It's so stupid.
Okay, that's a fair argument.
It's
That's pretty
stupid.
valid.
It's stupid. God, because like I would also.
Why aren't you
Floss your
doing-
teeth, Cowboy Bebop.
Why
I would
don't you
also-
just floss while watching Cowboy
I
Bebop?
no, I could easily do that. Because you want to know what else I did? Is when I woke up, I would
Jack.
have 30 minutes. I would have like 30 minutes before I go down and get breakfast, and I would do 60 push-ups. And I don't do 60 push-ups. Like if I'm lucky when I wake up in the
Mr.
morning, I do
Muscle over
20.
here.
But you can.
No, I don't do 60 at a time. I do 20, and then I'm like,
Oh.
oh my god, I can't do anymore. So I'd get up and I'd walk around and I'd go fucking floss
Push
my
yourself.
teeth or some stupid shit. And I'd go do more push-ups, and then I'd stand up and I'd be like, I can't do any more push-ups. And then I'd wait like 10 seconds, and I'd be like, okay, let's go do some more push-ups, all right?
Do you take like 60 breaks because you can only do one?
I mean, sometimes it'd be like that, but you know what? As long as you get 60 push-ups
Why, are
done
you
in the same
judging?
day.
No, I'm just saying. Someone who might be me, who's not me,
It
can
takes
only do
time.
one.
It takes time to build that up. When I first started
and then
doing
I lose all
push-ups-
confidence because it's like I'm only doing one. What's the point?
Wyatt,
Because when I
Wyatt,
first
listen-
started to
listen
do
for a minute.
push-ups, I could only do maybe 5. And then eventually, like now every day, I can do 20. And it's like, holy shit, I've never been able to do 20 in my life. Once, I've been able to do 30 without breaking.
Wyatt, granted, I'm pretty inconsistent with what I do in every day because
You're very
I need
fit.
medication. Thank you.
You're
But
welcome.
back in like February when I started to get serious about working out again because I was like very unhealthy, I was only able to do like maybe 10 push-ups a day before my body just could not physically handle it
10
anymore.
is hard.
And it took a lot of work and a lot of work. But now, however many months it's been later, if I wanted, I could get down on the ground right now and I could just crank out 50. I usually
I
do.
can get on the
like-
ground and crank out.
Oh, I do all my push-ups in one shot. I should do like 3 sets,
50.
but I just do them at one. I'll do like 30 to 50 depending on what I did at work that day.
I have drunk power right now, but let's see how many I can do. It's probably going to be 20.
Is
You
that
have
the-
a point.
I'll do it live on
We
the
have
podcast.
drunk power right now.
We have
Is that
drunk
like
power.
the strategy? Just get drunk and then you
Stretch
can do
out my
more?
arms right now.
Oh yeah, because you don't feel the same amount of pain. Let's do push-ups.
Don't do that because I was gonna try to do one. Okay, Mr. Showoff.
Probably gonna
Yeah.
be shitty form because I'm drunk, but let's crank out some push-ups.
Oh my, oh. I got a new PR, I got to 2.
Let's go.
I don't know if I could have done 3, I just gave up. He's still going.
Oh my
Yeah, like 100.
Shit. I could do 30. I could do 30 before I messed up. That's insane.
Yeah.
Drunk
I got
power is.
2.
Why don't more people get drunk before they work out? What is wrong? What is this?
What do
You
you
got
think
50.
pre-workout is,
You
Gavin?
did 50. I just did 30 in the time you did 50.
50 before my arms started to shake.
I don't. Okay, so my
That's not
arms didn't.
bad.
My arms didn't shake because I'm drunk, but also I did 30. I do not do 30 regularly. Every morning I wake up and I try to do 20. If I remember to do push-ups in the morning, I do 20. And I can't do anymore. Just now I did 30 and I couldn't do anymore.
My nose started running while I was doing them.
Oh,
Gotta love allergies.
why don't more people get drunk
Hell
before they
yeah.
work out?
But here's the thing, right? If you do...
Gavin, they don't get drunk. They take pre-workout.
It's a performance art, right? Working out is performance art.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm out of breath. I just did 30 push-ups, which I don't normally
Yeah,
do.
you're telling me.
But so it's a performance art. You want to know what else is a performance art? Music. You want to know how many people perform music and sing when they're wasted? So many people. Because you want to know what that gives you? That gives you confidence. Because you can't
Oh, dude.
feel shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so much fun.
People should drink more. I'm just kidding. Don't drink more. Drink responsibly.
Yeah,
but like,
drink
at the same time,
Drink
if you're gonna
Drink
Drink-
responsibly. But
If-
drink more.
if it's okay
if you're
and
gonna
responsibly.
if you're gonna drink, at least get a few reps in while you're at it. Cause like, come
if you're
on,
drunk, there's no reason you can't do 20 push-ups.
right?
Just fucking do
Like
it.
at this,
Do them one at a time with 5-minute breaks if you have to. All that matters is at the end of the day, you did the push-ups.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you do them,
like it's
as
been
long as you do them.
it's been 2
Set
minutes.
your goal. Say, I want to hit 20 push-ups. 5 at a time. Maybe it takes you an hour. Do that every single day. That's all it takes. Do that every day. Next thing you know, you crank out 20 in 1 minute.
Big. It's been 5 minutes.
That's all it takes.
I could probably get on the floor and do 20 more right now. Because I've forgotten.
I could not do 50 more because my lungs are fucked. I smoke a lot.
50 is a lot though. I couldn't do 50 at a time.
I still
For a
feel
while.
the cigarettes from last night.
Oh, anyway.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be smoking, Jack.
What? Maybe you've never experienced the bliss that is a drunk Camel Crush or Newport.
Yeah, Logan.
I was listening.
Yeah,
back-
let me, as an asthmatic, just casually smoke
I
cigarettes.
used to have asthma.
As I used to have
Yeah,
that.
until you started
I just
smoking
don't
cigarettes,
care.
and then it went away.
Till I started
Yeah,
smoking.
Logan, if you start smoking Newports,
Yeah.
you
Look at this
yeah.
fucking
go away.
arm vein. You see that shit?
I was listening back to, I was watching back a video or a something, and Wyatt brought up he brought up cigarettes, and he was like, if I smoke Newports, and he was like, Newports is a brand, right? And I was like, yeah.
Brother.
Do you know who else smokes Newports?
I do. I mean,
Chester Stone.
Chester Stone.
Oh, yeah, that's the
Motherfucking Newports.
God motherfucking damn. I could use a drunk cigarette. You want to go for a walk after
Nope.
the podcast? It's not fun by myself.
Well, I'm a noodle boy. I just did 30
Uh-huh.
push-ups.
Just did 50.
I'll do 20
Let's
more.
go smoke cigarettes.
I'll do 20 more.
If
I
you
don't have
pull
any
off
more
20
liquid.
more, I won't harass you to go for a drunk ciggy walk.
Bet.
Gavin really doesn't want to be harassed for a walk.
No, because I do it every time.
One, two,
Fuck it,
Three,
let's hit 75.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't want to count.
Oh, he wasn't even watching. He wasn't even watching.
No,
'cause I
he's
flipped
going
him
for
off.
more.
I did 20 more. I'm out of breath. That was
So you're
stupid.
not going for the Siggy walk?
Nope, I don't even have water.
Well, why do you need water? You just need the Siggy.
Because I'm thirsty. That cigarette's not going to quench my thirst.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Have you
it will.
ever had a Newport, Logan? Gavin?
No, I
does
don't plan
kinda
Why are
on
you
it.
your
pointing me out?
I said you on accident. I'm sorry.
How much you went
That's
up?
75 tonight, baby.
75. Goddamn, I did 50.
That deserves 2 stings.
Hey, I'm pretty impressed with myself.
I like the way you think.
I can't get this.
No,
done
I
over-
can't.
Just like
I found-
double shot him like 2 at once.
I really want to push myself harder, but if I push myself too hard, then my nose will bleed all over the carpet.
Don't push yourself too
Put
hard.
some tissues in there.
You're so right.
Just do push-ups in the
I
tub,
know.
stupid.
When am I not right?
2 push-ups on the balcony, so I just bleed out there, and then the rain will get it next time it rains.
Right?
That's not a bad idea.
That's a stupid idea.
It's a good idea.
I don't think you can even. I don't think the balcony is the width of the height that you are. I don't think it's
No,
even
I'd
the
be
height
half
that
in,
I
half
am.
out. I have a pet. You
don't
know
think
how
that's-
far this bitch opens up?
I don't think that's-
Halfway. That's more than enough for me to get half of my stupid ass out on the balcony.
Oh, you're right. You got half in, half. Okay, I get you. Yeah, right.
I don't want to clean blood off the carpet again.
Again, he says. See, I'm smart. I bleed in my
In
bed.
my defense, I bleed a lot.
I bleed
I don't
because
know why.
my cat scratches me, and I bleed in my bed.
Probably could bleed a lot.
I bleed like once a day.
That's a you thing. I don't get you.
It is. I don't get it either.
I've known you for over 10 years. I don't get you.
It's got weak skin. It
It's the
breaks.
same thing the fucking doctor tells me. That's not going to stop me anymore.
The doctor says, I don't understand. And then you say, yeah, a lot of people don't.
I don't understand myself either.
There, bitch. Yeah. Start drinking.
Oh, man. Well, we've been going for over an hour, so I don't know where you guys are at. But
Huh?
yeah, I know, right?
That's
Wyatt, welcome to doing
been a
podcasts
while.
with us. It definitely helps when we drink, which it. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest. I
so-
don't think I could do this without like a drink.
I know. So
It's
here's
so
the
much
thing,
better
right?
when you drink.
Here's the thing. So we don't listen, or we don't do our podcast regularly, right? The last 2 we've done,
We should.
including this one. So this one and the last one we've done Saturday night. Which you want to know what also happens to be the one night a week that we drink? Saturday night.
That's tonight?
That is tonight. I know. That's why we drank
Oh.
so much. That's why I'm 2.5 drinks in.
I mean, I haven't drank a lot. I've gotten like almost a bottle of the soju. Wait, no, I drank maybe a quarter of it last time. Then I stopped,
That's fair.
but now I'm almost done.
That is fair. Soju is
That's good. That's a
hard.
good amount.
Soju is hard.
Is
I've
it hard?
had
It is
3
hard.
beers.
It's harder than it used to be, at least for me. I used to be able to drink
I mean,
it fine, and now I'm.
3
It's
beers
only-
and whiskey.
It's
Now
only
I'm like-
12% by volume.
That
Is
is
that
a-
a lot? I don't
that
think
is a
it
lot.
is.
That's
for such a small
26
bottle.
proof in one little bottle.
That is
That's
a lot.
26. 26
weird, 'cause
proof
I-
isn't
I-
super
I-
high, but when you're looking at that little bottle, that's I believe 450 milliliters. 13% of that is straight
That's a
alcohol.
lot.
Actually, it's
That's a big-
375 milliliters.
75.
Yeah.
13% of. Let's look.
Well,
we have
shit.
calculators.
We do have calculators. I also like how every once in a while my camera freaks out, and once in a while Jack's camera freaks out, because we have the lowest grade webcams
Wyatt.
possible.
Uh-huh.
Out of 475 milliliters, roughly 62 of those milliliters are just pure alcohol.
God bless. That's how you know you're
Like
having a good
pure
time.
200 or whatever proof straight alcohol.
I'm not gonna
Did you
put.
know this was produced by the Latte Chosung Beverage Company?
If it doesn't have a
It's so
picture
good,
of,
I have read
the
if it
bottle.
doesn't have a picture of Jenny from Blackpink on it, I don't give a shit.
It has a picture of
Is
some
there, I'm
grapes.
sorry, is there
Gavin.
lower that I don't know about?
So when Logan and I were in Colorado, we split a soju,
In
green
Colorado?
grape flavored, at the Korean barbecue place, and it had a picture of Jenny on it. And since then, I've never had that. So
Who's Jenny?
she's a member of Blackpink, I'm pretty sure.
8675309.
I'm gonna look up Jenny Blackpink. Okay, yeah, no, this is the person. So she's
Okay,
on
I'm
the
gonna
on
look it
the
up.
on the front of the soju glass that we had.
Okay.
And since then, I've never had a soju bottle with her on the front of it, so it's never been the same, you know?
Alright, Wyatt. You want to see what she looks like?
Oh,
You
that's
just
what-
have to look up Jenny Blackpink and you'll find out.
yeah, I did. I know what she looks like.
But I've had many
now.
more bottles of soju. That was the first bottle of soju I've had, and it was split half and half with Logan. And I've had many more bottles on my own. So, but they haven't had
Here, why
they haven't had Jenny on them, so it's not the same.
Because it's weird. I like
It's
the
not the
grape
same
taste,
brand.
but then like the
It is the
alcohol
same
taste
brand.
hits
It's
me.
all the same brand
It's like,
though.
"Ugh."
That's the thing.
No, it's not.
It's all the same. But
Oh,
it doesn't have
thanks
Jenny
for
on
that. That's the exact same pictures I saw.
it.
Is it helpful? You
I
can look
guess.
how many different angles you get.
Okay, I know
They're
you
all the
guys
same, basically.
are enjoying the podcast, but I need to go to bed.
I
for
think
the
we
night.
should end the podcast because it's been well over an hour. So
How
Bitch, I work in the
Bro,
morning.
look
That's-
around.
that's
Look at
fine.
life.
why don't you do the outro and we'll end this?
I don't want to do the outro.
Well, what the
Bye.
heck? Wyatt,
Thank watching.
Wyatt, you want to do the outro?
No, I was,
Yeah,
I was
have
gonna say
Wyatt.
something bad.
All right. Hey, QQQ.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
What is up, my QQ crew? We're going to end out this
That could be a
podcast today.
slur, honestly.
I hope you guys enjoyed the medical advice podcast. This is not medical advice for legal reasons.
Yes,
This
it
is not
was.
medical advice.
Don't forget about the BL
Legally, it
This
portion.
isn't.
wasn't even
Otherwise,
advice.
it is.
Our only
Gavin.
advice in this podcast was drink and then exercise, and that's not good.
Yeah,
Gavin,
you're
don't
gonna rise
don't
your
forget
own
about the BL
wounds.
portion.
The BL was good, guys.
Yeah, that was.
Read and watch
We will
more
get
BL.
around to it. Eventually, we'll
I know,
all
I
read our
will.
own. We can start a poll. We can start a poll on Twitter
Why
or
is-
something, and
we can
y'all
start a
can
poll
vote
on-
on what
on Spotify.
BLs you want us to read.
Wyatt's gonna do some research after this.
I think I already found one.
One. Can you get 5? Can you tier 5 BL animes or mangas for us to read, and then we'll do like a book club or something?
Do you just want me to
Once
look
again,
up the top 10?
Dibs on Black Butler.
Okay, but if we do a book club, then we all have to read the same thing.
No, we don't. We all read separate
That's
things.
the point of
write
a
our
book
own-
club. You're
Dude,
right.
We
So
do
read
I-
separate
club.
things, write our own reports, and then discuss.
Gavin, do I Google top 10 BL manga?
Oh, maybe
And
next
Logan,
podcast.
don't
Next
worry, I
podcast.
already
That
did.
is
Next
how we figured
podcast.
this shit out.
Let's do this next podcast.
Okay, I got a lot. I got a lot now.
Game
Okay.
And
30 must read.
And then next podcast, we'll read the first chapter of each of the top 3 BL podcasts. Or BL
3, more like
anime
top 10
mangas.
at
Podcast.
least.
These aren't mangas, these are webtoons.
It's the same thing. It's just it's manhwa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Webtoon is where it's at, though.
I've heard.
Game
If you
Rant
wanna
has
read some-
14.
if you want to read good yaoi, Webtoon is where you go.
I've heard.
Why?
I've heard
Why?
webtoons
Do
are
you
straight
know
from
from
manga.
experience?
All 3 of you talked at once. What?
I asked if you knew from experience.
I know BL from
Not
experience.
directly experience, indirect experience. Yes. Next question.
Okay, I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of the QQ Crew podcast. However many Qs that
Don't do
was.
another question.
We will definitely be back next week. Season 2 is as scuffed as ever, except this episode wasn't as scuffed as the previous befores, except for maybe the one before this, because the one before this wasn't actually too bad, but I think this one was better. So we might
What
be
the fuck was the one
we might
before
be
this?
rounding out the end of season 2. I think we got to end out season 2 while we're on a high note. But we'll get there in a point.
No, we're never okay. We're never gonna top the scuffed episode. The
That's
scuffed
true.
episode was like the first episode of the year.
That's true. We still
That
need
was
to do
fucked.
at the point of
I
recording
haven't
this.
I haven't even watched that
We-
back yet.
We still need to do an intro of season 2 saying, "Hey, by the way, season 2 is an absolute crapshoot." So
Let's
here
do
we
it
go.
at the end.
That's what. Well,
Once we
need
have
to
all
do
the
it-
episodes, we'll do it at the end and
Right.
recap.
We
or
just need to
something.
do it when all of us can get on a recording with Noah, because Noah is too busy playing League of
Noah.
Legends with his cooler people that he knows who also play League of Legends. Because to be fair, he's also doing League of Legends esports, and for him, we'll cheer him on. And so the season starts pretty soon because he's going back to school next week. At the
Nerd.
time of recording this, and me and James, hopefully, theoretically, me and James will be casting all of those league streams. So, UWF Esports on Twitch and YouTube. You can find James and I casting. We're gonna be the old men casting, and I hope to God that here's what we envision. Right, we thought about this idea last year. but I never casted a game last year. But this year, Halloween, right? We dress up and we act as old men for that video. And we're like, this person on bot lane is doing pretty good, right? So in the mid lane is they got first blood. So I don't know what's going on over there, but it's so I think that would be absolutely hilarious, an absolute blast to do. And we'll have James on the podcast very soon. He's super interested in being on the podcast. So we'll get James on a podcast.
That's gonna be so fun.
It's gonna be so fun. Anyway, I think we'll end out this VOD or this podcast or whatever the heck we're doing right now here, and we'll see you.
Because I need to go to bed.
We'll see you theoretically. We'll see you next week. I don't know when this is, but have a good one. Good night. Good weekend. Good whatever.
Bye bye.
If anybody else wants to jot in.
Do you want burritos or carbonis for drunk food tomorrow?
I had taquitos for dinner today.
So carbonis tomorrow. I want another buffalo wrap.
I can make you eggs. You want eggs? It's not related, but I can make eggs now.
Buffalo chicken wrap or
Is the episode over?
It can be.
I want to go to bed.